Hey everyone, today is September 13th, 2022. So, this is an image from iPad Go 2, which I talked about several times, but I didn't really go over that the C7 was also a spot on the chessboard. It's actually a black pawn sits over top of the C7. So, I wanted to look into it further because the queen recently died, obviously, and she is the most important piece in chess. And when you take the queen, you're working on your endgame. It's almost checkmate. So it made me think, well, are things about to really pop off now that the queen has died? Is this like symbolism relating to that? I don't know, but I found some interesting connections. I want to show you guys, but iPad Go 2 is multi-layered, so one scene can definitely relate to many different things. Like, I believe that this image in iPad Go 2, the girl holding the apple, represents the girl from Alice in Wonderland because the white rabbit is behind her. It represents Gabby Petito dying. As you can see, they have the black and white imagery, just like the checkered floor. Which means, I don't know the deep occult meaning, but I know it represents duality, light and dark, or good and evil, or whatever. But she's holding a small pumpkin, but very similar looking. And I also think it relates to Olivia Newton-John and Betty White, but I didn't put that on here. But going back to the scene, well, a chessboard is 8 squares by 8 for a total of 64. And so it's interesting that they have the 2 8s also on the apple. And when Gabby Petito died, she died on the 19th. That is also the 8th prime, so the connection with the number 8 in her death. Actually, her body was found on this date. They don't exactly know when she died, but also 919 is significant to the scene because if you break it down, it's the 157th prime. Breaking it down further, it becomes the 37th prime. And this LC or C7 is also 37 because the C is the third letter, 7. So, and there we have Olivia Newton-John dying on 8/8, August 8th. The 8's again relating to the apple and checkerboard. And she died 12 weeks after the flower moon eclipse. So the lotus flower blooms out of this apple. And I talked about that in other videos. That represented the date, the flower moon eclipse on May 15th and May 16th. And she died 12 weeks later. Well, the L here is the 12th letter. But she also died at the age of 73, which is 37 backwards. And now we have the queen dying also on the 8th. So another 8 connection. And besides that, from the flower moon eclipse, between her death and the flower moon eclipse, if the dates are reversed, we have 8 months, 8 days. And she died on 12/12 on the Jewish calendar. Again, the L is the 12th letter, so. And King Charles has taken her place at 73 years old. Now the Queen's state funeral will be exactly 1 year after Gabby Petito died. And again, 919 can be broken down to the number 37 when you take, as I explained before, as I show right here, which is C7 on this checkerboard floor. Another interesting synchronicity that I found is Alice in Wonderland is based off of this girl named Alice Liddell, born on May 4th, 1852. Even though she's got brown hair and Alice has blonde, but still, if it's based off of her. And the queen died 8,888 weeks after her birth. So another number synchronicity that lines up with the number 8. And I was also looking at the two popular Disney classics that had an evil queen. Was Alice in Wonderland and Snow White. And I noticed the blonde hair and the black hair. It just made me think of this checkerboard floor. And also, I find it interesting that they gave her black hair and named her last name White and Snow, like Duality, light and dark. So, and even here, the Queen of Hearts in the newer Alice in Wonderland movie, they paint her face white, like she would be the White Queen, and here the Black Queen. But right here, the Black Queen from Snow White, she's also holding a box with a heart on it because she believed that she had the heart of Snow White. She asked her servant to kill Snow White and bring her heart. And when her servant refused to do that, she changed into an old woman with an apple. And so Snow White having the apple. So it's interesting that this looks like the girl from Alice in Wonderland, but Snow White is the one that has the apple. So I just wanted to show you some pieces of the puzzle. Perhaps I can try to look into it further and see a deeper meaning behind it. But so, as you can see, the C7 square is held by the black pawn that protects the black bishop, the black knight, and the black queen. Look where the black queen sits, though, on D8, which would be 48, because D is the fourth letter. And here's Obama, and he's standing on a coin with a crown. So a British coin with the crown next to the apple. And Obama's birthday is August 4th. And over in England, 4/8 would be the 4th of August. So, interesting synchronicity. I don't think it's a coincidence. Another thing that I found fascinating, that the Queen's mother, who was also Queen, was born on August 4th, exactly 61 years prior to Obama being born. Then, in Obama's 61st year of age, Queen Elizabeth II just died. So, another connection with Obama became elected president on 11/4, and the Queen died with 114 days remaining. Well, President of the United States also equals 114, and I made a video recently talking about why I believe Kamala Harris would become president on October 1st, which is 619 days after the inauguration, which equals the 114th prime. So we'll see, but here's another very fascinating number synchronicity. That seems way too much to be a coincidence again. The Queen's mother died on 3/30/2002. That's a very significant number in itself, 33 and 22. But anyways, the Queen died 7,467 days after her mother. So if you break it up into two numbers, you have 74 and 67 apart from her mother's death. But she also died 74 weeks, with the end date included, after her husband, Prince Philip, died. And her death was also 67 days before King Charles's birthday, her son, who now took her place on the throne. So the connection, the 7467 with her mother, then once again split into two numbers between her husband and her son who took the throne. That's really interesting. Alright, I guess that's all I got for this video. I just wanted to show some other connections that people probably did not look at for, rather than doing the simple gematria of Queen equals 26. She was born in 1926 and 62 and things that other people did. So I wanted to try to look at some other perspectives. So anyways, I will talk to you guys next time. Take care.